Hey everyone, today it's time to look at another operating system, and this time it's the turn of Windows 98. I had a little bit of difficulty finding Windows 98 in the browser, but this one looks alright. So I will zoom out a little bit to give you an overview of the screen, if that works. No, I need to go out here. Oh yeah. So it's running inside my browser. This is how 98 looked like. I don't think this is the second edition. Very soon I will let you hear the Microsoft intro sound because that will bring back some memories. Let's play it. Oh yes. I started out on my Pentium 1 computer with 95, and a couple of years later we had 98. I think I downloaded through a Twilight CD or something like that. 98, I don't find any CDs that I have, so I have 95, I have XP, I have Windows ME, which is the Millennium Edition, which I got installed on a computer that I bought in 99. I rather would have Windows 2000, but it was ME at the time, kind of a forgotten operating system. But before we go into that, let's just focus on Windows 98. So 98, it's an upgrade, but it's basically 95 in a much better looking packet. So we had the Windows Update here, we had MS-DOS, we had the internet browser here, we have a little bit more online services. Yeah, America Online, AT&T, CompuServe, which was also one of the programs I used to. It was basically a program which you dialed into, and from that moment on, you had internet connection. You really dialed up to the ISP back then. And we also used CompuServe. In those days, 98, 99, when you go to a gas station, there will be CD-ROMs laying around. 50 hours of free internet, and it was partly true because you could use it, you could use the program, you have a special kind of code, and the only thing that you needed to do was basically pay your telephone bill, but the access to the internet from the ISP was basically for free. So that's how people got started on the internet, just to have a look around to see what it is. I see they have Windows Update here as well, so this is the time that actually Windows started using the internet also to fetch updates. Not very sophisticated yet, but that's what it was. Let's look at some of the accessories. Communication tools, dial-up networking, ISDN configuration. ISDN is basically you have a fixed phone line for the internet, and you have a second phone line to receive phone calls. Because if you only had one if you only had one phone line, then that would be busy all the time. Nobody was able to reach you. Luckily for a lot of people, that's exactly the time, 98, 99, when mobile phones came into swing. We had those old Nokia phones, and you were able to call somebody on his cell phone instead. Entertainment. We had the CD player because by then CD-ROMs were getting CD-ROM players were getting normal, especially with the new systems that were delivered with 98. Games, we have the standard stuff. Internet tools. This internet tools. The connection wizard, Microsoft Chat. Let's go back. Microsoft Chat, which was, I think, before MSN, Microsoft Network, Net Meeting, Personal Web Server. All right, so you could maybe already set up a web page, web server, I don't know. And here the standard stuff, the scan disk, the disk formatting, the system monitors, disk cleanup. You could clean up all your cache and stuff like that. An address book, calculator, notepad, paint, WordPad. So WordPad was before Word, and it was basically advanced notepad, where you can already change the markup a little bit. Prompt, of course, we had Outlook Express coming straight out of the box. So this was your email program. Yeah, you can see that they moved more towards the internet already in 98 compared back to 95. It was more common good. Most of the people had an email address by this time. Also in 98, I created my first email address. You see it's more directed towards the internet. Favorites here with all the URLs, your links, you can document your documents, last opened waves, for instance, your settings, the control panel, taskbar, printers, active desktop, Windows Update. I think this looks... It's funny, the stats on the right side of the screen. Let's see if it does load. Yes, it does eventually. Control panel. Let's give it some time. I'm happy I can run this inside my browser. Ooh, it takes some time. You see this? This is a little bit of an upgrade compared to Windows 95. So we have some internet options here. Adding new hardware, removing programs was also made easier. So you didn't need to rely on the software itself to have a good uninstaller wizard, basically. Networking came into play. I mean, we had this basic TCP/IP options to connect to other computers or to connect to a printer, either through THCP or just USB is also what kind of introduced in 98, I believe. But we had this 98 version and we had the second edition of Windows 98. And the second edition is what I remember during my school days when I did my internship at a software, not a software, like hardware repair store. They all ran 98 second edition, and that was the shit back then. That was... I will go. Wait a second. I will show you. I have to know now. This is my second screen. Windows Win 98 second edition. And this is... So... Okay, so Windows 98 came on the market in June of 98. And the second edition, you see that's already like the summer of 99. SE standing for second edition. This version has the same function as the original, but many bug fixes were fixed. And the Internet Explorer 4 was replaced by Internet Explorer 5, and NetMeeting was added. So let's see. So this version was not you were not able to update your normal Windows 98, but they really sold it as a new product on a CD or diskette. So let's go back here. Okay, we're back. What else is here to show you? Regional settings, system, passwords, power management. Also more and more laptops were added, so power management was also getting more important. Let's back out of here. Settings, printers, taskbar. The rest is kind of basic. Let's see what taskbar and menu settings. This is basically what they also had in 95. Documents menu. Let's see. What can we see about... No, I think we need to go into the system tab here. Control panel. Hopefully it loads a little bit faster now. Yes, it does. Let's see what kind of system is behind it. If we can get some information on this system. Yeah, registered to a high with a key. Device management. Let's see if we can see kind of the hardware that's in here. It's all virtualized, of course. Yeah, I remember those days when, just a piece of hardware didn't function. All of a sudden you have a PC Express card or something added, and you go to properties, and the driver for this device is not installed. So reinstall driver. Most of the time we had like a CD-ROM or a disk, like the floppy disk, and then you have to really guide it towards where the driver is, and then it recognizes it, and then it installs it, and then it recognizes the piece of hardware. There was not a whole lot of plug and play back then, but yeah, this really brings me back. This is 98, 99 when I used this operating system. I also used it at home, but mostly in the school where I was at that very moment, and also in my internship. But the next video I'll make is about the Windows ME, the Millennium Edition. I think it's based on Windows 2000, and ME is something I still have a copy of. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. This is my Windows 98 in retrospect. Also use this. And we're gonna document all these old operating systems. So I hope you also find it interesting. And yeah, we catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.